Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a super focused explainer all about the ultimate logistics solutions for Amazon FBA and e-commerce sellers. Look, if you're importing goods from China to the United States, you already know the drill. Finding a killer product, that's only half the battle. The real trick is getting that product into an Amazon warehouse efficiently, safely, and, well, without totally breaking the bank. So let's just jump right into the analysis.
So are you absolutely tired of letting unexpected international shipping fees just completely ruin your bottom line? I mean, we've all heard the horror stories, right? You source this amazing product, you meticulously calculate your target ROI, and then, bam! Surprise port fees hit, customs delays happen. Suddenly, blind spots in your supply chain make your hard-earned profits literally vanish overnight. It's a massive, massive pain point for so many sellers out there.
Okay, let's look at our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the main challenges of shipping from China to the USA. Then, we'll do a quick freight forwarder comparison. After that, we'll demystify some customs jargon, look at direct FBA support, and finally, we'll review the AEB logistics solution.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the China to USA challenge, and how to avoid those critical errors.
The source guides highlight 6 absolutely critical headaches when shipping from China to the USA, and these directly impact your margins. The biggest culprits? Ignoring those sneaky hidden costs and using incorrect HTS codes. Man, messing up your HTS code can lead to massive unexpected fines. Then, you've got logistical missteps, like choosing the totally wrong shipping method for your cargo size or misunderstanding terms like DDP versus FOB. And finally, poor customs brokerage preparation can cause agonizing delays. Plus, shipping blind, that basically leaves you with zero live tracking until the cargo just magically shows up, hopefully. Every single one of these missteps costs you serious time and money.
Moving right along to Section 2, doing a freight forwarder comparison to find the absolute right partner.
And this brilliantly illustrates why a specialized partner is absolutely crucial. When you do a direct freight forwarder comparison, the differences are literally night and day. Standard logistics companies, they often come with hidden fees and these massive tracking blind spots, mostly because they treat your Amazon inventory like just another generic pallet. Specialized FBA forwarders, on the other hand, provide transparent, upfront quotes, live tracking, and, most importantly, deep Amazon FBA support. They actually understand Amazon's incredibly strict delivery requirements, which is a total game changer.
Now for Section 3, navigating customs and costs, where we demystify some of that confusing industry jargon.
Okay, if you only take one thing away from this explainer, let it be this exact definition. DDP, which stands for Delivered Duty Paid. Honestly, for beginner and intermediate importers, this is your ultimate safety net. It's basically a shipping agreement where your specialized forwarder takes on all the responsibilities, all the risks, and all the costs for getting your goods to the destination. Yes, that includes import duties and taxes. It basically means the price you're quoted is the actual price you pay. Zero surprise bills from customs clearance.
Now, what's really interesting here is how your cargo volume completely dictates your whole strategy. You really need to know the difference between FCL and LCL. FCL is full container load, meaning you are renting that entire giant metal box on the ship. LCL, or less than container load, means you're just paying for the space your pallets actually occupy inside a shared container. Getting this choice right is hands down one of the easiest ways to optimize your budget for international shipping services.
So, breaking down the actual data on shipping methods. Air freight, it is absolutely the fastest, no question, but it's incredibly expensive. You really only want to use this for highly time-sensitive cargo, like if you're desperately trying to avoid a stockout. Ocean freight FCL is definitely slower, but it gives you the absolute highest cost efficiency if you have massive volumes. But the real sweet spot for small and medium-sized businesses and beginners, that's ocean freight LCL. It strikes this perfect balance of moderate speed with really high cost efficiency.
All right, let's jump to Section 4, direct Amazon FBA support and creating that seamless journey. Let's see how this builds into a true door-to-door progression for your product's journey. It literally starts with a factory pickup right there in China. From there, they handle the export clearance out of the country and then make the actual ocean or air freight trip. But the critical part, that happens during U.S. customs clearance. That's where expert brokers step in to ensure your goods aren't delayed or seized. And then finally, you get a completely compliant delivery straight into an Amazon FBA warehouse. The whole thing is designed to be a totally hands-off experience for you, the seller.
And finally, Section 5, the AEB logistics solution, your supply chain partner.
Let's explore how the source guides present AEB logistics as the all-in-one answer to the headaches we've been talking about.
So the crucial point here is how AEB actually consolidates all these complex moving parts into what they call the AEB advantage. Their solutions include seamless FBA fulfillment support, and get this, AI-enhanced global logistics tracking. That completely eliminates those scary tracking blind spots we talked about earlier. Plus, they offer expert customs brokerage and strict HTS compliance. Add in accurate target price quotes that are actually tailored to your specific margins, whether you're using LCL, FCL, or air freight, and you've got a pretty powerful setup.
100. That big number actually represents the amount of essential shipping FAQs and weird edge case freight glossary terms that AEB has thoroughly documented in their source guides. What this proves is that they have the actual infrastructure and exhaustive expertise to handle pretty much anything you throw at them. Bizarre port delays, weird product categories, super complex compliance issues, they've got it covered for sure.
Look, the bottom line across all these source materials is incredibly clear. As a seller, you have to stop letting unexpected costs from China just eat away at your profit margins. Taking real control of your supply chain, that requires a totally transparent, door-to-door partner who deeply, intimately understands e-commerce, not just some generic logistics company.
So, it all comes down to this final question. Are you ready to optimize your supply chain and truly protect your FBA margins? Rethinking your logistics strategy is step 1. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer today. And hey, here's to shipping smarter.